Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Play the Hits, where we're hot and heavy in episode 2 of Devil May Cry. How you doing tonight, Nick?
So this is, our first episode of 2020?
Yeah, it's fucking 2020, isn't it? Happy New Year, my friend.
Yeah, I dated all my emails for the 19th. Not the 19th, but 2019. So yeah, it must be 2020.
Nice. And I've officially purchased a burial plot and a coffin, because we're gonna fucking die one day.
Really? You did?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, I mean,
No.
that's some faraway planning. That's admirable, but...
Not as far away as it used to be. But before I get down that road, how was your New Year, my friend?
It was good. I slept through New Year because I'm old.
Yep.
Once you're past 28, it just really don't matter anymore.
That's what got me going. I was thinking, I was going to have a nice glass of wine and ring in the new year and watch the ball drop. And then I realized, I had a glass of wine with dinner, and if I have more than one, I get sleepy and kind of grouchy. Mm-hmm. So I just played some Sekiro and tuned out. But that was
I just laid down with the dogs and went to sleep. Reflected on the year a little bit, but that was it.
Yeah, I was going to say that was a fairly successful New Year as far as I was concerned, so.
I'll take my leave now.
Sometimes it's all you need. It's just another day.
See you along the way.
And besides, the last day of the year leads directly into the first day of tax season, so,
Yeah. So it just dawned on me, I think we watched this cutscene at the end of the last episode, so this is a little repeat, but yeah, whatever.
Better ask it now.
So, any exciting New Year plans?
Are we talking like resolutions or just...
resolutions.
Finally get my fat ass back into shape, but that was my resolution last year too.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is the first time I've heard this.
Yeah,
so.
right. Sorry, Chris. We got some orbs built up here. Let's customize our rocket punch a little bit.
My resolution last year was to buy a house, so mission accomplished.
Hey, well done. Hey, look, that straight up is the rocket punch. Helter Skelter.
Where do we get all this material from? This can't be cheap.
No, I'm gonna guess she has a side job of some questionable nature. I mean, I know it's a Capcom game and this is marketed towards, pubescent teenagers, but at the same time, her, buy something from me face is the same as her, I want to have sex with you face.
We're going that route, huh? I was gonna, go the route of, okay, black market and illicit technology. All right. But no, we can go down the sexist route. That's fun. Oh, is that like a Thanos gauntlet? No.
No, it's just the straight, it's even called punch.
I'm just blind in one eye right now is why. That's why it looks that way.
That's right. Tell me what the hell happened there.
So I found out that my air fryer can roast...
God.
I found out that you can roast chickpeas in it, and I love chickpeas because it's a good high-protein treat. And, it's like a meal substitute during work. Nice and easy. Throw a little bit of olive oil on those with some garlic and onion powder, and you're in business.
Nick, this is your friend Knuckles. If you're going to consume protein, make sure you do it early and before a workout, not after.
That's why it's my breakfast.
Excellent. Knuckles is out.
I heard the air fryer popping, which has never done that before. So I opened it up, tried to see what was going on, and had a couple chickpeas blow up directly into my right eye.
Oh, lovely. Is this something you should really be at the doctor right now for?
Well, I have no insurance, so I sure as hell hope not.
So Nick went out to his garden, picked a few herbs, and created a salve that he saw on YouTube.
Yeah, cilantro is a salve, right? It's an herb, so...
It is now.
No, I've got an ice pack on my... I mean, it's okay. It's pretty pink, but, I figure if it's bad enough, I can just take off work tomorrow.
No one's gonna know.
No, I got my vacation days back, and gosh darn it, I haven't had a day off to myself in 8 months.
Yeah, and you know what? You should come visit Chris Beck.
Hey, quick aside, while we're talking about herbs, did you know
Sorry, go on.
Did you know that apparently there's some sort of like weird biological thing where people receive the taste of cilantro completely different than others?
Really?
Yeah, like to some people it tastes refreshing and just a little bit bitter, and to other people it's like it tastes rancid.
Really?
Just like night and day different opinions.
I'm glad I'm in Camp A because I've
Yeah, right.
had a few cilantro
It's-
dishes in my day.
It's like, is the dress blue or white?
Oh yeah, Yanny or Laurel or whatever.
Anywho, so yeah, that's about the excitement here. So I've got like one good eye, and I'm not wearing my glasses. So.
Yeah, Nick's not about to. Now, how do I switch between those again?
Come on,
Come on, come on! I figured out a taunt.
shall we?
Could have used that for the boss.
I'm just gonna. Okay, this whole episode now is taunt.
Come on. What'd you say?
Oh, come on, it's not Smash Brothers, Chris.
Yeah, right.
Use the wire hook to your advantage, unless you want to stretch your arm out.
I can't hear you. You're gonna have to drive over the gap.
Can't you just
What?
Superman jump?
No, I turned it off before we left. It's in the bottom drawer. Check the forget it. Don't know what the hell I didn't do. Let's just stand on this double circle. That seems right.
That makes sense. Oh, okay, it
immediately
leads you
eats
directly
his
into the
feet.
cutscene. What happened to Chris Angel? Wasn't he like gonna do stuff?
Yeah, he's doing his own thing.
Oh, okay.
So, New Year's resolutions for you this year.
Oh, what is my New Year's resolution?
Nick, bad news. I've forgotten the controls.
Uh-oh, it's me playing Witcher 3 all over again.
Note to self on Devil May Cry. Always do a warm-up round.
Try hacking and slashing. I mean, it's not like you've got it on the highest difficulty, so...
There we go. That's lock on. And there's the arm grab. Come here, you.
These games really are almost impossible without lock-on, aren't they?
You know, 3D action games, it's really quite necessary. Oop. Yeah, you don't really... Because, I mean, if they want you to focus on the combo, then navigating a three-dimensional space to make sure you're perfectly lined up and can execute that combo the way the developers intended, yeah,
A
it's...
little insane.
Yeah, so I am fine with lock-on systems. As long as they're adequate.
Closer one first. Gotta start somewhere.
I see where this stage is going real quick. We're just gonna be jumping roof to roof.
Yep, taking out the eyes of Sauron. Sorry, I completely
Anywho.
missed what you said there as far as New Year's resolutions, because I
Oh, I
thought for a
hadn't
brief
said it.
second I was going to die. So,
No, very modest. I want to get a gym membership and stick with it for at least a month. You know, small steps.
Nick, I figured out how to destroy the arms. And very good, yes, gym memberships. I really enjoy my YMCA memberships. Even if it's not doing me a damn bit of good as far as actual weight loss, it is one of the only parts of the day where, like, I'm just alone in quiet and can, you know, just be alone with, you know, my thoughts, my videos. Like, it's also generally when I watch our Play the Hits episodes just to make sure that audio and video quality is up to snuff.
You know, and it's not even about like losing weight. It's about a body in motion tends to stay in motion.
Yeah,
I mean,
right. I was gonna
It's
say,
great for your health.
In your case, I don't think there's much need for weight loss.
You know, I went on a whole high protein like binge fest a couple months ago to try to put on more weight, and thank God I did, because now I'm a sturdy 125.
I fucking hate you. That's what I was my senior year in high school.
I really, really tried.
The doctors recommended I didn't go swimming that summer. I was at like 1.8% body fat or something ridiculous, and it's like, yeah, you don't want to. You're in great shape in cardiovascular health, but a little bit of bulk isn't gonna kill you. I took his advice to heart. Now here we are.
But yeah, you know, just kind of keep your goals modest. I mean, like
Yeah.
for me, I just you know, like I said, a body in motion tends to stay in motion.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
even if it's not about weight loss, you're
Right.
gonna be healthier overall.
exactly, yeah. And in all fairness, I am in very good cardiovascular shape. Like I can.
And that's what matters. I mean, that's where most of your diseases, and I think cancers tend to come from, is, you know, completely preventable, just lack of exercise and sedentary lifestyle.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm definitely not sedentary, but I'm certainly not fitting into my size 28 pants again anytime soon.
You know, I will say this. I've gotten to the point where I kind of move into my pajama pants a little earlier in the day because I don't want to deal with my belt any longer.
Yeah, you know, same here. I get home from work and I'm not making the transition from dress pants to jeans. You know, I'm going for my.
You're just skipping
my
right
sweats.
to it.
Yeah, right. Who do I have to impress here? That rustling is Sarah filling out divorce papers, by the way. I don't know if you can hear that.
I think I can.
Oh god, I'm a horrible man. No. Yeah, no, that's good. The way I see it, like the way I've been approaching like these weight loss goals has been, you know, get back into the shape I was at, you know, high school and college. And truthfully, at 32, with my metabolism the way it is, that's just not realistic. So
Yeah, I was gonna say you're
Right.
dealing with a completely different body at this point.
Yeah, exactly. So my thought this year is, if I can... What the hell are you doing? Come here, you.
Not what you want, apparently. Try shooting it.
Just,
That didn't do anything.
no. Alright, well,
I thought it was like a grapple point or something. I don't know.
yeah. But anyways, back to my main point there. My goals this year are, I think, are going to be more realistic and attainable, which is basically just, you know, get back to a place where the clothes that I most like to wear are moderately comfortable to loose again, instead of, you know, hanging on to them because I'm not ready to part with them yet.
Sounds like somebody pulled a bunch of clothes out of your closet and said, wear them or pitch them.
Yep. That's exactly what happened. Because, you know, people tend to get me work clothes and things like that for Christmas. And by work clothes, you know, I mean just, like, office clothes. Things that look nice and are nice to wear. And so I have a closet full of stuff from, you know, 10 years ago that I thought was very nice and would be great to wear again. And realistically, just no. And why, when I have newer, more thoughtful gifts from family hanging in the closet right next to him.
No one ever gets me clothes. The only thing people buy me is tennis balls for the dogs. They got a plethora of toys, but...
Yeah. Well, let's just say that Van Halen t-shirt isn't aging well on my end, so it's gone. I also hang on to just, like, gym shirts way longer than I need to.
Yeah, those are entirely disposable. Just get yourself a 12-pack of black t-shirts and you're set for the year.
Yeah, right.
So, not necessarily focusing too much on 2020, but 2019, you have any, like, major accomplishments you're thankful for?
Well, Michael, you know,
Oh, yeah,
lived a whole year. You know, that was pretty awesome.
Hey, and that's the hardest year for the kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, when they're that little, you feel like anything and everything
We'll
could,
break them.
yeah,
yes.
ruin them, right? Okay, how do I switch between these damn arms? Okay, stop revving your sword gun. Okay, now
Lines I
he's
have only
firing.
heard twice today.
What? How do I... Okay, so... R1 is destroy the arm. I don't want to do that. Alright, so let me do that. Well, okay, but there's another one. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we come to it.
Weird.
There we go. I'm getting some of those combos back down.
Oh, okay, the green bar is your health. I got you.
Yes. Green health, those three little icons below it are his bullets. Which there's no ammo, you just have to reload between
Well,
combos.
I kind of figured. I mean, this doesn't strike me as a resource management kind of game.
No. Though I will say the customization options are quite a bit more in-depth than the previous few entries. Actually,
So-
maybe about similar to 4. I don't remember that one very well. 4 was good, but wow, we're really going to work on that Hush Jewel there.
Oh, I thought you just had it from the wrong angle.
No. 4 was good, but not my favorite entry in the series. 3 is still the best as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, my depth of experience with Devil May Cry is limited to this immediate game. So.
What I'm seeing right now.
Right. I mean, I understand the gist of it. I mean, so.
Ooh. I mean, and admittedly, too, you're at a good place to start. This is a good game.
This was
Hey,
like
Rocket
a
Punch.
reboot of the series, kind of, sort of, right?
No, the reboot was the one that came before this, and no one liked it. This is
Okay, so
this
the
is a
reboot
return to the
was
original.
Booted, then.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you now. All right,
Reboot
that
was
makes
the
more
one
sense.
with what you described as Hot Topic, Dante.
Okay, and I wasn't wrong if I recall correct.
No, I mean, I don't know. From what I saw of the game, it wasn't like they completely butchered his personality, but it was one of those things where, like, why were they rebooting a series that people
Was
still
pretty strong.
Yeah, people still very much enjoyed. Like, I couldn't figure that out either.
I mean, it wasn't like Resident Evil, like, oh man, we seem to have hit a brick wall here, and, one part of the community wants this, the other wants this. No, I mean, it was a pretty healthy franchise, if I remember correct.
Yeah, right. No, with Resident Evil, Capcom was spent like 5 years trying to recapture the magic of Resident Evil 4, only to find out that that game wasn't very magical in the first place. I'm sorry. I know there are
I
people
mean,
who swear by Resident Evil 4, but I'm just not one of them. That
I
was...
mean,
Yeah, go ahead.
no, you probably have something more insightful
Well,
than I do.
that was really the beginning of kind of the dark days for Capcom, as far as I'm concerned.
4 was a really kind of cool departure. I like when games do something different. I mean, why play the same Resident Evil over and over again? If you want Resident Evil 1 again, just play 1, because that game already exists, right?
Right.
So I like it when it tries to do something different, but it seemed like 4 was just, unfortunately, kind of that gateway to the third-person, what's the best way to describe that? Third-person, like, bland shoot-'em-up style of the early 2010. You know what I'm talking about, right? What's the
do.
word I'm looking for?
I do.
With,
Looter
like, all
shooters.
where all those third-person shooters from like Dead Space 2 on just all kind of blended together in one banal group.
Yeah, no, I agree. And honestly, like, I had experienced fatigue. I actually, I don't know if I ever shared this with you. I actually really used to enjoy first-person shooters. Like, when we played through Doom on this channel, that kind of felt like going home for me again. Because I hadn't played a shooter that enjoyable in probably about 20 years. And I'm not being facetious there. I mean, I really used to like PC shooters. And then Call of Duty came out, and, everything was just so goddamn the same. And the funny thing was, I actually really liked Call of Duty 2. I thought that was a great game.
Modern Warfare 2?
No, just 2. Call of
Okay.
Duty 2, the World War II shooter. It like, completely reinvented the kind of formula for World War II style shooters, and in a really unique way. I mean, like, it's kind of generic now. Like, if you play a Call of Duty game, you're either playing it for the online, or you want to see, like, the spectacle of the scene where the whole world blows up around you in like stunning 4K. But back when they were first doing that in 2006, that was more than a little novel. That was kind of cool. It kind of pushed the boundaries of what was technically possible on consoles and PC. So again, I liked shooters for a long time, and then the PS3 era just made me fall completely out of love with them.
Well, that was kind of a bit of a down tick in the industry where everything just kind of started to get homogenous.
Yeah, everything
I
was
can see
gray
that.
and brown, and, well, I guess, look what we're playing, but But you know, I mean, it really was the hallmark of that era. Like everything had to try to capitalize on that, like twitch reflex, instant gratification, you know, kind of same grungy looking palette of those games. And
well, it's
I
an
quit
easy,
enjoying it.
It's easier to borrow that motif than try to make something new.
Yeah,
You know, just copy what's safe. You know, keep those shareholders happy.
right. And honestly, I think that's one of the reasons that I'm most enjoying the PS4 era. I'm kind of wondering what the next generation of consoles is going to bring to us. But for right now, I feel like this generation of, you know, as long as we're reflecting on the new years here and games in general, this last generation, from the PS4 onward, I feel like we've really seen a resurgence in kind of license to be creative with developers. I mean, you still have your AAA titles and your kind of looter shooters and run and gun style games. But overall, I mean, we're seeing like a resurgence of the retro platformer. Squaresoft is making decent RPGs again. The Western RPG is finally in a format that is palatable to a lot of people, and Resident Evil's back. It's just a good time to be a gamer, I think.
No, it's just straight up Clock Tower now.
Yep. But yeah,
Well,
I mean,
I think part of that
Go
was
ahead.
due to the fact that, you know, you had a lot of independent,
yes.
and of course that can mean whatever you want, but
Well,
you had a lot of indie developers, you know, with a 5-person dev crew, you know,
Yes.
releasing a game on Steam 10 years ago, like Amnesia,
right.
that absolutely blew everything else out of the water with a $100 million budget.
Well, and what's kind of cool about now is you actually have industry veterans, like the people that you and I grew up with, and they're making their own like little pet project studios with all the money they made in the 90s and early 2000s.
And some are even good.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Bloodstained, right?
Yeah,
damn good
Koji
game.
Igarashi. Yeah, that was amazing. Now, as opposed to, I think, Keiju Inafune with the Mega Man series.
Yeah, he's not doing so hot, but Mega Man 11 was good, but that really wasn't his project. That
Yeah,
was
I don't think that had anything.
that
to do
was
with
just part of the Capcom renaissance that we're in the
Yeah.
middle of right now.
Now, isn't one of the Final Fantasy guys doing the Bravely Default series?
Yes, basically the kind of like classic team is on Bravely Default right now.
That's what it is. Okay. Oh gosh, and there's a couple others. Oh, anyways, yeah. So I
Shit.
take your point.
How do I hurt you?
But it has to do with the scissors, or maybe the.
Am I hurting him? Yeah, there we go. Now I'm hurting him.
Huh. There's not really a lot to this fight, is there? Just wail on them.
Seems to be working me over pretty good. Oh shit! Damn it! Swing and a miss. Okay, so what am I? Oh, okay. I gotta shoot him first. Get out of my sight!
Oh, yeah, this is like some Bloodborne stuff where you gotta soften them up with gunshots first. Boy, there's a game I never figured out.
Yeah, me neither, dude. I have not to this day beaten that first fucking boss.
like, I mean, I'm good at Dark Souls. I've beaten all of them, and then it's like Bloodborne's like, no, you don't understand games. All of a sudden, I guess.
Well,
I bet if I don't
Go
know,
ahead.
if I really sat down and like did like leveled up a bit and tried to understand the mechanics, I could do it. But at this point, it's like, do I really need to play Dark Souls, the other one? You know?
Yeah. Dude, I know you're gonna hate this, and I think I told you already, but you gotta play Sekiro.
I've heard good things about it.
It's really good, and if you hated Bloodborne, like I hated Bloodborne, I think you're actually really gonna like this game because it handles. I mean, it definitely has kind of that punishing Dark Souls like core to it, but the way the combat is handled, I don't know. It to me at least, and granted, I don't have the palette that you do for these games. It does feel completely different. I suck at these kind of games, so I'm sort of kind of hitting a wall now but I'm actually determined to stick with it and get good.
Well, that's the joy of those games.
Right, just because of how much fun it is.
Yeah,
And
they're
that
not
is-
difficult, they're just unforgiving, which makes you learn from your mistakes.
Right. Well, and I gotta say, that's actually an experience that I haven't had with any of the Souls or Bloodborne games just yet. So Sekiro must be doing something right if I, of all people, am invested in it.
Yeah, the best way I can describe that kind of game is, it's got your $60 for admission. They don't care if you enjoy it or if you complete it or not. This
Yeah,
is the
right.
game.
It's happening.
This isn't fun. Screw you. We got your money. We
Oh,
don't
you
care if
wanted to
paid this
have
or not.
fun. Here's Barbie's horse adventure.
Actually, Barbie's Dream Adventure is one of the most hardcore NES games you might ever play.
Is that right? Might have to do that on the show. Oh boy.
Oh, hey. Guess we got to our boss. All right.
Well, she's gonna try to have sex with me and then kill me. I'm not
Well,
sure
what
in
is it
which
with you
order.
and the rampant sexism today? Wait, why are we in the Roman Colosseum now? Like, this is not a natural structure.
What? No chit chat or monologue? Just getting right to the point, huh?
You know, I like Nero, but I like Dante better. They don't really need to sell me on him as hard as they're trying.
Steaming.
Especially for someone who is, for all intents and purposes, just Dante with a different coat.
You're not wrong.
Okay, let's figure out your, Okay.
So I'm guessing you're pretty still set on, what was it? Resident Evil 2 being your favorite game of 2019 then, huh?
I think I want to call it a draw between that and Link's Awakening.
Ah, okay, I gotcha. Makes sense. Year of the remakes, I guess, right?
It really was, and not in a bad way, though.
I have no right to disagree. My favorite game of last year was Bug Fables, which, you know, was a remake of Paper Mario, so...
That's right.
I
Sorry
was
if I
surprised,
go a little quiet during the boss fights. I'm just kind of trying not to die.
Trying to actually, you know, not die. Yeah, I gotcha.
We've already beaten the first boss, so the game, I'm sure, feels like it can take the gloves off.
Maybe, kind of, sort of. It's always that halfway point that makes me nervous in the boss fight.
Uh-huh, which is where we are. She's pulling some shit, Nick.
I can't see, it's too bright.
Who put all this sunlight in here? Oh, God. What is
Okay,
that?
what do they want you to do at this point? Okay, kill those things, I guess.
This doesn't look good. Need to stop her.
How? Oh,
Okay,
There
I
we
kind
go.
of figured we were going that route.
boy, they gave me plenty of time to do it.
Boy, that was very forgiving.
That was. I straight up screwed the pooch there, and they still let me have it.
Well, hey, at least they do it and did not do it in QuickTime event format.
Okay, here we go, here we go. Oh!
Wow, you dodged
Oh!
that. Well,
Oh! She's tricksy.
is the dodge system on here anything like Lords of Shadow was, where you could interrupt in a combo?
Yes, thankfully.
Oh, delightful.
What's she doing?
Your voice is so annoying. How about I shut you up?
How about I put a new hole for that woman mouth to talk out of?
How hard is it to write like smack talk for an RPG, right? I mean, like if you know you can't do it, you can't just like get on Reddit and be like, hey, pay $100 for
It's-
20 snarky lines.
My thought is it's gotta depend on the character, right? Because I mean, if you're doing Spider-Man, you gotta think about the whole like Marvel Comics canon and fan base.
Well, that's okay, because all Marvel quirky snips sound the same.
Oh boy. Oh,
Hey, I thought you had this.
It's okay. We still got it. We
Okay,
got
yeah,
her.
you're, that was close.
She took a chunk out of me there at the end, but oh god, is there gonna be a baby in here for some reason? Hey Nick, this is how the fight really ended.
Oh, yeah, I remember when you did this, right?
I swear to God, if Chris Angel shows up to steal my kill again, Oh, hey, another game that is surprisingly sucking me in. Oh boy,
Close.
it's a naked lady. Crap, are we gonna have to censor part of this episode?
I'm pretty sure no. It's
If there's a
Capcom.
nipple, okay, no nipple, we're good. Excellent. How can you tell she's a lady?
How did she?
I don't know. I just like left 3 conversations dangling in midair.
I'm gonna have to tell her, man.
Bring me back here. Where am I, Nick?
You were talking about.
I'm joking.
What were we talking about?
What
Chris
were we-
Angel.
Oh!
No, wait. You were. No, you were not.
Do anything I will do.
Never mind.
Chris Angel steals my kill. We don't have to censor the video. And then the most interesting part, a game that's really sucking me in. We got Connor Pokemon Sword for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
And you know, he can't read yet. I mean, he can recognize some words, but you know, he's not able to fully, you know, comprehend the logistics of an RPG.
Okay.
And so I'm playing it for him basically, and he's kind of telling me what Pokemon he wants in my party, what he wants to do.
That's cute.
And I haven't played a Pokemon game all the way through since Pokemon Gold. So,
Same.
alright, I'll rate his stylish, sure. So basically for me, this is kind of like rediscovering like almost 20 years of lost Pokemon titles. Hey, we finally get to play as Chris Angel.
Oh boy. I think. Friend of the animals. It looks like too.
Yeah, for sure.
I can only hope.
I bet that crow's gonna like be our main attack, isn't it?
But for now, we have a more pressing engagement.
What are you doing, Duncan?
Hey Nick, I
Yeah?
forgot how much I like when people talk like this.
I'm getting actually a lot of flashbacks from The Crow right
Yeah,
now.
right. I really feel like I could have been this guy's voice actor, you know? Hey, but we finally get to play as V.
Oh, his name's literally V. Okay,
Yes.
I gotcha.
Oh, wow, he doesn't have nearly as much customization as Nero. Which is probably for the best. Because, I mean, can you
Maybe.
imagine filling out 3 characters' entire skill trees?
Yeah, as I say, maybe he's just kind of more of a minor character.
Okay. Crystal formed from 4 purple energy fragments of crystallized demonic energy increases devil trigger gauge. Don't know what that is. Oh, that's... Oh, he must have, like, a transformation like Dante. Blue orb, vitality +1.
I feel
That
like
sounds worth doing.
like you read something like Devil Trigger and you're like, I don't know what that is, but then you think, I feel like I'm missing a core gameplay mechanic, like, you know, oh, you never did combo mode?
Yeah, right. So here... Okay, so basically she has a stock of 5 more of these and 4 more of these, and they get more expensive for every one you buy.
Okay.
So let's buy 1 more of each. Vitality seems like a good thing to level up, right?
It never hurts.
Yeah, and there we go. And we'll call that good for now, and we'll give Nero some for when we get back to him. Okay, so V can use his pet demons to escape damage, and that's all I read of that sentence. So here we go.
So he's basically like a zoo.
Yep. he's just a walking fucking zoo that looks like Chris. Hey Nick, are you ready to get mind freaked? Look at this asshole. They just straight up pulled him.
Lord.
They just straight up
Look
pulled
at
him
even
from the
those
nearest Hot
eyes.
Topic. My God, what is this guy? I mean, I wasn't a. I was bullied when I was in school, but I would have bullied this guy. Look at him. Okay, he can't attack. That's not a good start. All I can do with him is jump. It seems. Alright, I guess we'll see how he fights when the game's ready to let us fight.
Okay, so that pimp cane is not for any sort of handicap, clearly.
No, it's because he thinks it looks cool. I'm willing to bet that this guy owns a fedora or 2.
Oh lord, that is like the high sign of smuggery is wearing a fedora.
Desires
A fedora with a pimp cane.
pestilence. So it is written.
Is this the Book of V? Does he have his own
Wrote his own
Bible?
book, and it's all just
just-
like it's all just like slam
Edgy shit he's
poetry,
written
and
down like that sounds clever.
he likes slam poetry because he doesn't have to make it rhyme. Okay,
Oh god, he just
Attack
has a
the
book of his own quotes.
right. An apple a day keeps the orthodontist away. A stitch in time saves nothing because time is cyclical. What are you? Okay.
Tablespoonful of orange juice and spaghetti sauce increases the flavor.
The back half of it is just recipes that he's lifted from coffee shops that he really like. After summoning Shadow, press Y to make him perform a close range attack. So do I actually attack, or just my little... Oh, okay,
No,
cool.
it's like Pokemon.
Yeah, that's
do
straight up
nothing.
what's happening. I'm just attacking with my panther from a distance while staying comfortably out of harm's way.
I like how you gotta tell him to attack as though, like, you know...
Shadow can't finish off dying enemies. VS it. Alright, so
Why?
he'll soften him up. I gotta get close and press B. Alright. I got you. Crazy. There's really nothing crazy about what I'm doing right now. It's all
I
my
mean-
panther.
It's... your Black Panther. I think.
Alright, cool.
That's...
I
mean,
guess that
it's-
was badass.
It's different. I mean,
Griffin.
strikes me as unnecessary, but different.
Yeah, I mean it is quite different. So this really is button mashing. I'm just mashing my two face buttons here, and then whenever they start turning purple, I get in close and hit B. Okay, RB plus left stick, horizontally plus A. Use Shadow to evade attacks. Okay, this will allow for faster movement and a wider range of movement. Okay. Oh, cool. That's kind of neat.
Huh.
Alright, it's cool. I'm on board with this.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's different.
Yeah.
And I do like different.
I mean, I guess we'll see, like, the level of challenge that comes from it, but right now it just seems like keep your distance until the animals are done mauling these poor
Yeah, I mean,
demons.
see, that's like kind of the thing. I don't know, like, you know, it almost seems a little gimmicky, but we'll see.
It sure is.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, if it's gimmicky,
Oh,
but
cool.
it doesn't outstay its welcome, you know.
Okay, so oh, wait, no. Okay. Wait. What did I just do? Oh, okay. Alright, so it's only left or right. So I'm guessing, like, it's kind of like a good for bullet hell mode sort of thing. He
Which
can't-
I'm guessing, like, will probably be something he runs into a lot more than the other characters.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's almost like Alucard's Shadow Step from Symphony of the Night. Only you can't do it going forward. Well, I guess you couldn't do
So,
Alucard's forward either. It was only back. But you could walk backwards effectively.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, you had a question.
Oh. Whatever it was, I do not remember. Oh, right. So did you read any particularly interesting books in 2019?
Oh man, what did I read in 2019? Oh,
And I guess that could be paired with movies as well, you know,
Sure.
games, movies, books.
my favorite book, I think, of 2019 is one that I completely forgot to recommend to you. You should check out The Silent Patient.
Oh, I was gonna say I did read the end of Camelot as per your recommendation.
Oh, that was a good one,
delightful.
yeah.
The Silent Patient as opposed to the English Patient.
Yeah, it's a fictional, like, it's a good, like, 1 or 2 evening read. But it's kind of a cut above the other, like, psychological thriller / mystery style. Press RB plus B moves you right to a locked on target in an instant. Oh, nice. Okay,
Alright.
cool. Excellent. Excellent. Uh-oh. Wasn't ready for that one. His controls are kind of tricky.
Into nothingness.
Into nothingness. I mean, I'm apparently doing okay, but it's very different from Nero.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, different is, like I said.
Yeah, it's good. It's just completely like not what I would expect a Devil May Cry game to control like. Because Dante and Nero handle very similarly, with Dante's things being he can switch between weapons at any given time. Nero only has what he has.
It's your turn.
But you can like rev his sword up to do crazier combos, and he has the arm, which is useful for all kinds of like grabs and slams and closing the distance.
So what was the silent patient about?
Okay, so the premise, and so this isn't spoilers, the premise is there's a psychiatrist who takes on a patient who was an artist, and she's in a psych ward for having murdered her husband, and then she goes completely silent, like they can get nothing out of her. And so it's like picking apart her psychology, figuring out how and why she killed him, and all that good stuff.
Fiction, non-fiction?
Fiction, but very very well constructed fiction for this type of novel. So much so that I'm willing to give it probably like the most unique and refreshing read that I've had this year.
Yeah, it's a different kind of premise.
Oh boy.
Huh.
Now I'm so pure that nothing can stop me.
Except
Landing blows will fill the double trigger. Okay. Press left bumper when double gauge is at 3.
now... That was weird.
Oh, you got cut off, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. I thought that was you.
It probably was. I've been having this problem with Max, too. Give me 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I noticed it looked like we were dropping frames on my end, too.
Yeah, I think the company that does my internet is having some problems right now. If your double trigger gauge is at level 3 or higher, you can use it to summon Nightmare by pressing left bumper. He will attack enemies on his own until your gauge runs out. Well, that's cool. There he is. I mean, he doesn't seem to be doing that much right now, but hell yeah.
I feel like there's a gig economy joke somewhere in here with all these part-time demons doing the work for you.
Yeah, right. Who am I locked on to right now? Nobody in particular.
Well, that didn't
Okay.
last long.
No, it really didn't. Fucking kill him. Boy, this guy is like just one quip after another.
Boy, that's the first time I've ever seen you get an S right.
No, I got one with Nero a little while ago, but it's
okay.
apparently really not hard to get one with V.
Well, yeah, you got one job to do. Finish off the monsters.
For a second there, I thought my Panther was a monster, and so I tried to make him attack himself. That was funny. Yeah, so I would definitely recommend checking out The Silent Patient if you get a chance. It's a very short read, too.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Especially if you're, like, getting off of, like, something really long, too.
Yeah, I might be.
Let's see, what else did I read in 2019 that was particularly noteworthy? Well, we've talked... I finally got a chance to pick up The Tower of Swallows again. I did a lot of theological reading this year, just for, like, work and developing some series and flirting with the idea of doctoral work, so there was that. The I mentioned to you I picked up the Harry Potter series for the first time in 2 decades.
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, so I mean that's hardly a groundbreaking read at this point, but The Order of the Phoenix was enjoyable. I liked it.
It's like what, book 4 of 6?
5.
5 of 6. Okay.
And I think
you
it's
might be able
7
to wrap
total.
that up.
Yeah. Your demon pets will stop moving if they take too much damage. Keep an eye on their gauges in the upper left corner. Oh, so now I gotta monitor their health too? V's demons recover from stalemate by themselves over time. You can speed up their recovery time by moving V close to them. Alright. I can deal with that.
Well, we're getting real close to tower defense territory here.
Yeah, but except you're in charge of every single thing on the screen. It's not difficult, which is nice. It's just the controls itself are kind of convoluted. Okay, double trigger replenishment orb. That's nice.
I had a really eclectic year of reading. Apparently, I read 38 books,
Nice.
which is a personal best for me. It was a weird year. I had where are we going with this? Okay, he's gonna summon a new animal. I guarantee it. No, never mind.
He's surprisingly spry for a man wearing thongs on his feet. I mean, I don't think those were built for parkour.
It can't be comfortable.
No.
I mean, I give him 2 years before he's got severe scoliosis.
Well, he's already got the cane, so maybe he's planning on it.
I will not allow him to gain any more power.
You know, have they really introduced who the villain is yet, or is that something that V knows and he's kind of keeping to himself?
Yeah, I was gonna say, he said him as though he knows what's going on. Maybe he
Right.
could tell us.
Right, yeah. V, if you don't mind sharing.
Slice him.
Okay, I'm gonna have to... Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. Options.
Uh-huh.
Controls. Okay, here we go. Shadow Nightmare, that's fine. Lock on is gonna go ahead and be the L trigger like it is with Nero.
Oh, I saw that as fishing blow.
Fishing blow.
Like
Fishing
I
some
said,
blow.
I'm down one eye tonight.
Okay, so that's gonna make dodging a lot easier.
That says camera, not chimera. All right. I had to get close to the screen to read any of this stuff.
Okay, and then right bumper is Nightmare. Right trigger, charge devil trigger. Excellent. Can do. B, finishing blow. I think I'll leave everything else relatively the same. That's fine. Okay, cool. That's going to make a world of difference for me. Okay, get out of there. Okay. Now we're in business. Ah, much better. Okay. Oh, this feels so much better.
Hey, okay.
Whoever thought right bumper... Like, apparently someone really hated their left hand when they thought up this control scheme.
I forget, you're you a lefty or a righty?
No, I'm right-handed, but, you know, I use my... By default, my left hand is kind of like the buttons that I can hold down, so, like, if there's a lock-on that you have to hold a button for, I prefer that to be my left hand.
Uh-huh. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. And then my right hand is better for, like, juggling through button combinations.
To see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wildflower.
Look, I can read poetry on command.
Of your hand, an eternity in an hour.
Is he just spouting exposition, or...?
No, that's how you charge the devil gauge. I shit you not. Look, watch this, Nick. Hey, you want to see some thrilling gameplay?
The angel that presided on my birth is a little creature formed of joy.
It really is the Book of
love
V,
without
isn't
the
it?
help of anything on earth.
Almost as pretentious as another game that had big V in it.
Press garlic into some lightly simmering olive oil for 10.5 minutes. All the while, begin your water boiling at 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
Speaking of which,
Make sure your cheese is melted but not caramelized.
do you own an Instant Pot?
I do. Or rather,
Is it-
Sarah does.
is
And
it
I
worth
just happen
it?
to benefit of. Yes, she cooks with it almost exclusively on the weeknights because it does its job so well.
Does it do anything different, or does it just condense down a lot of appliances?
Get to work.
Because I mean, it strikes me as basically just an air fryer or a slow cooker.
Okay, so if you like your slow cooker, like you'll really have a hard time going back to it after the Instant Pot because it does everything the slow cooker does in like a fraction of the time. So like for instance, you want like melt in your mouth barbecue ribs, you could put them in the slow cooker for the better part of your afternoon and not eat them until 8 p.m. Or you could put them in there for 1 freaking hour and have like the exact same consistency.
Yeah, because I saw a lot of Instant Pots on sale during the holidays, and I think it was worth picking one up since...
Oh yeah, you should check it out.
Interesting.
Yes, I know. We already discovered V's poetry. Slam.
Slice him. Pierce throat.
Pierce Brosnan. What? I don't know.
Oh, wow, there's a lot of enemies here all of a sudden.
Yes. Oh, I finally took a hit.
I really thought he was going to be like a glass cannon, like, 2 hits and he's gone.
It's not totally wrong. Oh, shit.
Wow, okay, so this gets really chaotic.
Yes. Yes, it does.
It's just a clustercluck of effects.
Fortunately, I'm in control of very little of it.
Go, Geodude!
Alright. Bulbasaur, use Vine Whip. It's not very effective.
It never is.
Gouge him.
You guys do that while I read this poetry.
And take the finish. Okay, so his thing is literally taking the finish.
Yeah, which is pretty much how he introduced himself to Nero, now that I think of it. Just came in and stole his kill.
It turns out it's thematic. Alright.
It turns out that is his central gameplay mechanic. Okay, this is the way we came from. Just making sure here. Because like I said, you can explore the environments to a decent extent and definitely pick up some power-ups and perks.
Dogs, could I have one of the blankets?
You may
No.
not.
You're hardly even laying on it, Rex.
We asked for a heated blanket for Christmas and you cheaped the fuck out. This is what you get.
Guilty as charged, I guess.
Maybe next year, read the list, Nick.
Fair criticism. You getting up now? No, you getting
If
up,
somewhat mean-spirited.
The angel that presided on my birth said, little creature.
buddy? I asked for a heated blanket. What do I get? 13 tennis balls. Where are they? 12 of them are under the couch now. Who put them there? Probably me, mostly Duncan. Not the point.
Palm of your hand, and eternity in an apple.
Okay, that's enough of that, V. Every once in a while when I sit on the toilet, I think to myself, how did I get here and where am I going? If only
This man does.
If only I made enough money to afford a nicer apartment. I should go out and get a real job, but then my brother would be right, and I hate that asshole.
This guy doesn't like get invited to a lot of parties on the weekends.
No, I'm willing to bet not. But on the plus side, this series now officially has its Manitoba singing bass, so...
I'll be disappointed that it's not an official summon.
Right? Well, I just mean like the recurring joke that we're gonna do over and over again.
Oh, right.
Just come up with
I
things
took
for
it
V
too
to read
literal.
out of his book. I was at the supermarket the other day and they were out of double stuffed Oreos. They had a couple of the store discount brands and I thought to myself, it's just not the same. I lay awake in bed last night thinking about the time that I lost my virginity at a carpool on the way to work at age 42.
Oh, God.
Her name was Gretchen. She had a severe overbite.
14 reasons why the Star Wars prequels are better than I thought.
Right? George Lucas was an artist, but he was misunderstood. His problem wasn't with the writing. His problem was within delivery and camera work. He knew how to write an excellent script, but did not know how to compose a good movie.
Oh, hey, have you seen the new Star Wars movie?
Yes! Did I not talk about that with you?
You hadn't seen it yet.
Ah, okay.
don't
Then
think.
yes, I have now seen it.
Is that any good? Because I have to go see it Sunday.
You're gonna hate it. If I thought
Why
it
is
was...
that?
If I thought... Sorry. If I think a movie is so-so, that generally means you're gonna think it is abysmal.
Is it more... Oh, God, I get these two mixed up. Is it more The Force Awakens or the... What was the second one?
The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi, yeah. Which of the two movies is that?
I guess if you had to compare it to one, it would be the Force Awakens.
Okay, that's tolerable because
But it goes
the other
out of
movie-
its way to undo everything The Last Jedi did, to the point where you wonder, like, is this a movie or is this just an apology?
Right. Well, The Last Jedi was a flaming pile of shit anyways, so...
Yeah. See, I was in the middle on that. Like, I didn't think it was the worst thing ever, but it definitely had its problems. And that's where I am on this movie, too. It's got some like, okay, so with The Last Jedi, the pacing issues were that the movie spent 2.5 hours going nowhere fast. This movie spends 2.5 hours going absolutely fucking everywhere as fast as it can, to the point where you're not quite sure if there's even a plot to follow.
That's interesting. Okay, that is interesting, because that's kind of what I thought was going to happen. Is it because they're trying to cover so many different topics to
Yeah.
wrap up? That's what I kind of feared, because everything there's like... Go ahead.
What I told Max was I kind of get the feeling they were trying to cram 2 movies worth of content into a single film.
Well, I mean, there seems to have been like almost no setup for this trilogy in the first or second
No,
movie.
I'm not sure
so-
if they remember like what constitutes like like there should be like overarching themes and consistent narratives that carry on throughout the 3 films, but there's not. I mean, like, yeah, there's no spoiler here. Palpatine is the villain in this one, but they don't even
But
bother.
I thought he got thrown down the elevator shaft.
Yeah, and they don't even fucking explain why that didn't kill him.
Well,
Other than that, he's Palpatine. Like, here he is. And overall, like, I give the movie probably like a C-. Like, I'm not sorry that I watched it, but I'm not going to be in a rush to see it again. Like, it's not going to be like an annual rotation like the original Star Wars trilogy, you know?
it sounds like a mediocre ending to a mediocre trilogy that never really
Mediocre is the
happened.
best way I can describe it. Like, it is not in a...
Inoffensive.
It is not an offensive film like some people make it out to be, but you know, for a franchise as storied as Star
If you're
Wars,
getting offended by like
Yeah.
a movie geared towards,
right?
yeah,
Like, are we
I mean,
investing ourselves too much in, what are supposed to be fun children's adventure stories?
Right. I mean, and it's like, okay, I'm sorry, $12 does not give you a seat at the director's table there, Jim
No.
Bob. You didn't like the movie, you didn't like the frickin' movie.
Right?
It's not like you're a stakeholder in Disney and they gotta bend over backwards.
Yeah,
to
right.
please
Like,
you.
it's not your investment on the line here.
I'm sure Disney could give a shit less whether or not they got your $12 matinee tickets.
Right. Oh boy. There we go.
But yeah, I'm gonna go take my sister and brother to go see that since we saw the first 2
Yeah,
movies.
you're going to be entertained, but you're not going to be riveted.
I hate to say it, but I'm more or less going to go see the movie to watch Red Letter Media, then savage it afterwards.
Oh yeah, you won't be disappointed there either. And after 3 movies of her, Daisy Ridley is still delightful to look at. So
You know, she is a delightful actress. I have nothing but good things to say about her character, which seems to be the only thing or only one that was fleshed out in the whole
yeah,
damn
you know,
series.
if all that we get out of this new Star Wars trilogy is that Daisy Ridley has a, you know, long and storied career in Hollywood, I'll be happy with that because she's a good
you
actress.
know, yeah, I mean, she's a good actress. She plays a decent character with a decent arc. I mean, Finn never really goes beyond being the Black Stormtrooper, does he?
Actually, that's one of the praises that I had for this film. They do give Finn a decent arc and some time to shine.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
All right. And that's all I'll really say about that. It's certainly not the worst Star Wars movie, but it's not the best.
Well, yeah, because it's not the Phantom Menace.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. Keep your panties on.
Actually, you know,
Be right there.
I almost feel like with The Force Awakens, they briefly flirted with making something that was as good as the original trilogy, but then with The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, they're firmly in prequel territory. Which is, you know, when it's good, it's fine, but when it's bad, it's pretty bad.
Well, like I said, it seems to have conformed with basically what I thought I'd be getting. Which,
Yeah.
again, I'm gonna go see it on a $5 matinee. So
Exactly. So you're gonna get your money's worth.
yeah,
Nick-
I don't have too much room to complain. I mean, if I want something really good, I'll just go home and read The Wheel of Time.
Exactly. Oh my god, Nick, we did unlock a whole skill tree for this asshole.
What skill? Okay, I don't think really anything he does is skill. I mean, he throws the Pokeball and
He's just a glorified Pokemon trainer.
I mean, this is like saying like Ash does anything to earn his, you know.
Welcome to V's Human Farm. No, I don't want to try it out. I want to buy it. You don't have to learn anything with V. He just
What is up with this pole dance in the background? Okay,
I'm not
never
sure
mind. I answered
what
my
her
own
actual
question.
function is. You know, if they're gonna do all the combos for me, this is just fine.
So if the game starts playing itself, is that math? Never mind.
Yes, do all of these things for me. Let's deck out his pimp cane. Oh wait, we can't without 50,000 orbs. Rain down demonic canes from on high, finishing off all of the dying enemies at once. Damn.
That is a sentence. I will give you that.
That was a lot of stuff. Ride atop the demonic beast. You know I've got to get that.
But why do you need to ride on it? Like, does it make him stronger?
I mean, Nick, you don't just summon a demon and then not ride. I'm gonna learn this just out of...
But I mean, let him do his job. I mean, he knows how to be a golem better than you do.
Next time on Play the Hits, we ride that golem into the heart of this train station. And that's the least weird thing we've said this episode. We'll see you next time, Nick.